ovations, they can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apology. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy told me no, I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You gotta choose.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now Carr. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Carr. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He gets this to Davante Adams. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Raiders! Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And sometimes you see big plays develop on a route like this, a slant route, and the object, very simple. Get the ball to your receiver in stride. This one was right on the money. He didn't miss a beat, and then it's off to the races, and there he goes.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Tagovailoa, and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up.
Fuck out of here, dog.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So they gave up the big play on the touchdown in the first drive, Charles, and now they were looking for a big play of their own. Instead, they throw the interception.
And, Brandon, they came right out and went for it, trying to push the ball downfield. But remember, the other side ran a few plays before their big one, so they got a little impatient there, and it cost them.
The slot man in motion right. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain there of 21 yards. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. On 3rd down, it's short and everything well executed. He not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. But there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action here. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
On 2nd and 7, Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. Tua to his Alabama teammate Waddle. First down, Miami.
Complete to Jalen Waddle. Again, 7. First down, Miami.
Tua gonna throw. And his throw is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. It improved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action, now it's Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39.
A gain of 26 yards.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Raiders 14, Dolphins nothing.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And going deep for Hill. And this is going to be intercepted.
The fuck, dog?
Picked up by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take over
Lockdown.
the 13-yard line. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. He's got room past the 30.
Sheesh.
Just shy of the 45-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. Looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Pass incomplete, but the
I'll take that.
Backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer there, a big mistake defensively.
Yeah, and even though you've got a quarterback out of the pocket and the rules change downfield, that doesn't mean the same rules don't apply with the QB. Anything more than one step, they're going to throw a flag on you every time.
On 1st down, Carr. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell in.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Tua. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Another catch there for Waddle. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Okay,
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
52. Right, 97.
Here's Mostert, and this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Mostert. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. A turnover is obviously, Charles, always costly. But, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end. And I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And from here, might not be able to take a knee. Might need to run a play here that's close to their goal line. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. Got a man here. It's Wilson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 36 yards on the play.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Tua. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch it.
Bro, come on, dog. You got to be smarter than that, dog. You really do.
And the Raiders will have the football.
You got to be smarter than that. You didn't just see that cover, too? You go trips left.
Adjustments and points of emphasis. Their first drive ends with
I'm right there.
absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that
Your game plan isn't working because you're not initiating the actual Dolphins team, bro. You got to get Tyreek more involved. Like, motherfucking swing passes, motherfucking wide receiver runs, shit like that. You got to play realistic, my nigga.
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Now a first carry for Brandon Bolden.
See how I just cut and hit that hole like that? Beautiful. That's beautiful.
And there we saw one of the down downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well.
You see, you say you get outside your gaps. You can't get outside the gap. You know what I'm saying?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second.
Your defense is fucking dookie.
To throw his car. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Brandon Bolden that time, the one he was trying to get it to. And it's 3rd and short.
But that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
From midfield, here's Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of
That's a good pick.
So that, Charles, maybe the play that this defense has been...
You're lucky that's Jerome Baker, too. That's Ohio State. He better get that pick.
The key question is, can the offense finally do something? Because we're into the 3rd quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's a gain of 35.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. As a welcome sign of life that this...
I'm going to take my shit back, dog. I'm going to take my shit back. Stop playing with me.
At their own 13-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
The tackle made by Landon Roberts. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Play action, now it's Carr. He's got a man, complete.
I'm too motherfucking clean with my shit, nigga. You thought you better lock something? The fuck? The fuck?
Down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
Big shit, nigga.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Bolden. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with
Nigga, this about to be 21 zip.
NFL on EA Sports.
21. Can you do something for me?
2nd and 8 coming up. Now a play fake. Carr. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. This offense so far on third down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
Hey, we can throw picks, bro. We've been locking shit down. I'm not even tripping, though.
Now with that interception,
I really have not been.
Two-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in.
And he can't find a
You see what I'm saying, Doug? You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
For a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
He sets to fire deep. And now here's
one of us gonna get that shit. I know one of us was out there, you feel me? One of us was out there. This shit ain't fun no more to you, man.
Here's just shake my head. 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the years.
Picking the shit out of your ass.
Because after the first few, you know they're going over to him. Hey, we'll get.
I got 4. Yeah, did it.
And if you're a receiver,
that's it, guys. You try to hit the same shit on me. Hey, this touchdown, I'm so fucking with.
You gotta go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are right back in this.
Hey, this shit is not fair to.
Is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to pass. Tua. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Here's Tua. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Another throw there off the mark. And obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question. And my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll try it now with Mostert.
I'm the best there ever was, dog. You better stop playing with me, man.
The shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. So now
that shit crazy.
To play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
Now on 1st down, he's going to sneak it. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They run with Bolden. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
Brought down, that is on the 6-yard line. That's a gain of 3.
Here's Carr to throw. The slant connects with Dnt Adams. And they work this out past the 25.
Game.
A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Carr going to throw here. He'll buy some time right. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They got 29 yards.
I'm one of the best, dog. You can look at my record and see it.
All the time. Here's what really pays off.
That's a dime.
Evade.
Toes in.
Throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
What do you mean, what am I doing to you? Derek Carr. You know who Darren Waller is?
In this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Carr. It's complete to Cole. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A gain of 39 that time.
In a spot where most offenses would just be trying to get to the finish line and close this game out, they're still looking for points here in the final minute of this game. I think bonuses could be gained and attained with maybe more points.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Boulder.
That shit wicked. That's a good game, though. That nigga put his foot in the ground. That's crazy. You just can't stop that. Damn, that's a nice closeout. That's crazy. I ain't had one of these this year yet. Yeah, it was a pretty good game. You know what I'm saying? You had a little defensive, little spurs, little shit. I really be in this football shit though. I mean for the knowledge.
So the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
I've always knew football though. I know how to read it. I've always knew football.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
It's all about reading the defense, man. Who's on who? Jalen Waddle's not open.
Big deficit, Charles, but they move the foot. And my goodness, another interception. And the Raiders are going to take possession.
That's just defense.
How about one last great play?
I'm going 5 wide on you. I want to see you show it. I know you got to know 5 wide. You show me, man. Then I'm going to put you up one-on-one with a star. All right, cover 2, man. Oh, you got a 3 in there.
A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
Carr gonna look to throw.
Oh, I had X. I had him.
Now the Raiders gonna go ahead and use the second of their.
I wanted the inside. I like inside. I like throw the seam routes. Some bitches be beautiful.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. To throw, it's Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown.
Yeah, bro, I'm a GOAT.
Second touchdown of the afternoon.
Look at that. Boom. Put it right there. Click on him. Get in front of the receiver. Jump. Woo!
position because if it's
crazy.
thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit, but for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is,
That's crispy.
stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him.
He's trying to take the dome piece off that thing.
Same result, but he opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Oh, we gotta know this anything to Tyreek Hill. Everything.
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
That was your whole game plan right there. You lock Tyreek down, it's over with.
More sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here.
They under pressure, and they got to him again.
Call timeout.
Winds up pushing it back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
That's Crosby, bruh. He on the line. He heating up. He hot.
Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5
Look at him. He hot. That X is red. He hot.
Third down. One final try for Tagovailoa. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Dron Harmon. And the Raiders.
Jeez, that's a good game, nigga.
Is now officially over.
Good game. Beat his ass.
And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right?
Beat his ass. 28-0 shutout.
As well, they moved the ball up and down the field. So you got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
I gotta see that long shot out there. Dnt Adams, that nigga got wide open for me. I gotta see that highlight. Fuck. Let's see what we're looking at. Look, he got a linebacker. He got a linebacker. Isn't that linebacker? Phillips. Who the fuck is Phillips? Lined up with Dnt Adams. He's manned up outside. Well, he's not manned up. He's all playing off of him, but he's only locked with him. I mean, they only got a safety to beat. That's it. Oh, then it took him. Well, he took that long ball. That's dime, bro. And that's pass interference. Nigga, look. It was pass interference. Right there. Right before the ball. Pass interference. Look at this. He's so close on my boy. That's pass interference. And he still caught the ball. Fuck off me, nigga. Oh, he's looking at it like, oh, get the fuck off me, dude. Oh, shit. He was like, oh my gosh. But I was straight throwing straight dimes. I was straight throwing dimes the whole game. That's a clutch catch. I needed that. I needed that pick. Dnt Adams, he got a 51-yard touchdown. Oh, sheesh. I didn't even know I hit him with the little shake. Dude. Oh. Dnt Adams went off on this stupid ass. Talk about you got it. Nigga, I know I had it. I had it the whole game. That was a good game.